All right, guys, big news today involving both Marvel and DC, and they both revolve around Mahershala Ali. The Blade movie has officially been postponed. There is no release date. This movie has been in development hell for a long time now. And it seems like this movie is on the fast track to not being made at all. I mean, they're going to make a Blade movie eventually, but it might not be with Mahershala Ali. And then the domino effect is that Mahershala Ali apparently is rumored to be the new Martian Manhunter in the DCU, which I absolutely love. So now I'm totally conflicted because I love Marvel. I love DC. I know some people are like tribal about it, but I love both of them. I love both of these characters. And so let's kind of break it down from both the Marvel side and the DC side. And then I guess also from Mahershala Ali's point of view. I thought his casting was great as Blade. I know a lot of people were complaining they wanted Wesley Snipes back even before the cameo in Deadpool. But I thought Mahershala Ali was great casting. I was really excited for this movie. I thought he really, really has the look. And I was super excited for it. And I think Blade is the exact kind of movie that the MCU needed right now because it was getting kind of stale. Not so much for, I mean, a little, yeah, for me, but more for casual fans. And everyone knows Blade. It's like a very popular character. But this movie was just in development hell for just so long. Rewrites, new directors. I don't know what is so hard about just making a cool Blade movie. They have 3 movies to go on, even if you just use the first Wesley Snipes movie. I really don't understand what was hard with all the technology they have. But now you look at this from the DC side of things. Super exciting news if this is true. Mahershala Ali, if you're thinking about it from his angle, you know, how long is he going to wait? I think he's like 45. He's around 45, maybe a little bit older. He can't wait that much longer. That's not old, but when you think about it, like, there's a ripple effect. These movies take at least like 2 years to make. And then you're talking about he'll probably do a sequel. And if it's really successful, you could talk about 3 movies. But then also, whether it be Blade or Martian Manhunter, you hope that he'd either be in the Avengers or the Justice League movie. So you're talking about a role that's going to easily push him into his 50s. And while he's in good shape, he hasn't really been in roles yet where he's had to get in really, really good shape. And it's tough to do when you're that age. So I don't blame him for kind of jumping ship. And I think you can arguably... I think Martian Manhunter might even be a better role for him. He's such a good actor. He's won 2 Academy Awards, so it's not surprising I can see him in multiple roles. But Martian Manhunter, he has like that deep voice. You need that voice. You need a tall actor. So I think if this is true, like I said, very, very... I'm very conflicted on it, but I think the outcome is good. If we get a Wesley Snipes Blade movie in the MCU, which I think they can do... I think he's good enough shape. I think he can pull it off. And then we get Mahershala Ali domino effect as the Martian Manhunter in the DCU. That's a great outcome. I think that's a great outcome from both sides, for all 3 parties involved. Great casting. And the irony about this situation is James Gunn, right? James Gunn, who, if you remember, was fired for old tweets just after Guardians 2, and then DC snagged him. So James Gunn is very, very familiar with DC, you know, with the idea of DC kind of catching Marvel falling asleep behind the wheel and stealing their actors or stealing their directors. He came over to DC. He made the Suicide Squad movie, which was good. He made Peacemaker, which was good. And that's ultimately what probably led him to being CEO of DC. So Marvel falling asleep behind the wheel has not only probably cost them James Gunn as a director, it's now possibly going to cost them Mahershala Ali. And just very, very bizarre. I don't know how they're able to make Avengers. They're able to make all these movies, but the Blade movie was just so difficult for them. It's just very, very strange. There's so many, you know, directors that they can hire, horror directors, people who have done vampire movies. I don't understand what's going on. But huge, huge news. If you're not familiar with Martian Manhunter, you know, his powers are very cool. He can essentially read minds. He can fly. He can also, like, go through you. So if, like, you attack him, he can, like, turn, not invisible, but, like, almost hollow. So, like, he can go through walls. He can do all that cool shit. And he has a really cool backstory to his planet and whatnot. So this is really, really, it's kind of shitty news for the MCU, but it's exciting news for the DCU. And I'm kind of lean happy because I think Marvel, even though people say they're downhill, I think they still have a ton to work with. And I'd rather DCU starting, you know, on a fresh note to get this actor like that. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Like I said, I'm torn on it, but I'm still excited if we get him as Martian Manhunter. I think that's great news. It's definitely better than losing him altogether in the superhero universe. So once again, thanks again, guys, for watching. And as always, I'll see you on the next one.